Hello, my loves, and welcome back to the Feminine Dating Podcast. This is a space where we explore the art of dating with confidence and nurturing our inherent feminine strength. I'm your host, Lylian Toscano, and I am so delighted to have you here today. And in this episode, it's a very important episode. We're going to be diving into a very delicate yet crucial aspect of dating, and that is how to reveal your relationship desires without pressuring him. So, how do you tell a man that you want a committed relationship, that you want marriage, that you want a family without putting any pressure on him? And I find that this really takes a fine balance between honesty about your desires while still respecting his space in his journey, because we're all in this journey, yet we desire different things. And so I'm here to share with you how to really share that, how to share what you desire from your heart in a way that he can really hear you without feeling that pressure on him and making it a demand. This is going to be more of what you desire and what you need in a very feminine, warm, and soft way, the way that a man can really hear what you desire. And so we're not going to play the cool girl here either. We're not going to hope and pray that he gets it, that all our hints that we're showing him, the pictures of the ring or, happy couples or, or any of that. We're not going to be giving him any hints here. We're going to be clear, honest, and it's going to take us to a different level of honesty and a level of it's going to deepen your relationship. Trust me, when you start having these important yet hard conversations with men, you're going to deepen your relationship with him. And you're going to deepen the relationship with yourself as well, because you're going to start seeing what you want, what you don't want. And yeah, you're going to learn so many skills from this. Having hard conversations with your partner really teaches you so much. And this is the space to really, you know, allow yourself to be honest, to be transparent, to really show him your desires and your wants. And it allows him to step up for you or not. And so I'm going to be teaching you here how to do that, how to really go from, hoping and praying or maybe demanding it to revealing it in a way that feels good to him as well. So, the number one thing that I want to jump into here, because a lot of my listeners are women who are single and they're, the very early stages of dating. And so, what I teach my clients when they are in the very early stages of dating is that they need to date multiple men. This is not about playing games, my loves. This is about being, understanding your worth and giving yourself the opportunity to explore what truly resonates with you. So when you're seeing multiple men, it naturally just eases the pressure off of any one man and allows you to approach each connection with a sense of calmness, with a sense of openness. You start feeling so much more calm, so much more open to receiving the arrows of love, right? So you're not so focused on one man. You're not so your energy is not going to this one man. You are just getting to know people, and that really naturally just takes away all this pressure for him to, like, be the one for you. And yeah, I know that when you start dating men, there's going to be one or two that are going to stand out and you're going to be so into them and you're going to want him to want the same thing as you. But unfortunately, that's not always the case, right? So this is why it's so important for you to date multiple men, because then you're not going to be so focused on one, getting so anxious on one. You're going to see what each of these men offer you, right? What do these men offer you? So this also puts you in the, maybe you are maybe, that the man is the maybe, rather than pick me, please choose me, please, commit to me. And that needy energy is such a turnoff, right? That's not attractive. That's not magnetizing. But when you are in the maybe energy of you're seeing these men as maybes, that gives you so much more power, because then he can feel that you are not a pick me girl. You're not a, needy girl. You know your worth. This tells them that you know your worth and you're not going to settle for something that's less than. You are looking for commitment and this is what you desire. And that takes a lot of pressure from him as well because he can see that this is what you want, right? Doesn't necessarily mean that this is what he needs to want. He gets to have this space, and I'll talk about this later on how to like create that space, that safe space for him to not feel that pressure that he has to be on the same page as you. So the next thing, so dating multiple men, that's rotational dating. That is, I talked about this in my podcast before, but that is you dating at least 3 men. I'll say 5 men is ideal, and you date these men on a regular basis, and then you just allow them to see, and you observe them, right? You observe what they're doing, how they're behaving, how it feels to be with each and every one of these men, with an open heart, and seeing whether you aligned, or not, right? So that's number one, is date multiple men. Second thing that I would encourage you to take off the pressure of making a man or requesting it from one man, is to express your desires early on. I can't tell you how many women do this. They don't express what they desire early on. They keep quiet and they're hoping that the man somehow will figure it out. And this is not what you want to do, my loves. This just creates a lot of confusion because if a man tells you what he wants, let's say he says, "Hey, I'm just, looking for fun or getting to know someone. We'll see how things unfold," all the stuff the men say, right? When they're not looking for something serious. And you're like, "Oh yeah, okay, yeah, no problem. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm looking for." But deep down, what you want is a committed relationship with this man. That's not gonna work. Okay. That's not gonna work. So this is why it's so important for you to express what you need early on in the relationship. So in the initial stages of initial phase of dating, it is very important to be clear about what you are seeking, because if it's marriage or a committed relationship, say it. This isn't about making demands in any way. It's about being honest with your intentions, right? It sets also the tone for what you desire and allows him to align with it or express his own needs. What does he need? What does he desire? Is he he's in his own journey, so are you on the same path as him, right? And this is going to, honestly, this is going to save you from so much pain in the future, and this is just going to save you so much time as well, okay? Because I've seen women spend years, waste years of their lives, hoping and praying that a man will come through, and it never does. So this is crucial to be on the same page, right? And this takes away the pressure because you're expressing your needs, your desires up front, right? And if this man doesn't want the same things, then that's good. See ya, move on, right? He doesn't have to want what you want, but you stay true to what you desire, and you're going to get someone who is on the same page, who wants the same thing, right? And a man who wants the same thing as you, wants that committed relationship, wants that family, wants that marriage, he's not going to feel any pressure at all. He's going to be like, "Oh, okay, so this is what she desires," right? So next thing is, when you are expressing what you desire, make it about your desires, not him, right? So when you communicate it, frame it in terms of what you are looking for in life and in a relationship, right? So this is not about putting him in the spotlight or making it about his readiness, right? It's about sharing your path, your truth, what you desire, sharing your vision, right, for what you want in your future. So, and this is crucial. This is crucial because a lot of times what we do is we try to demand it, right? So let's say like it's been a couple of months, you've been dating this guy for, a few months now, and you're not seeing it go anywhere, or you're kind of like wondering, okay, so where are we? What's going on? And then the first thing you want to do is like, you want to demand it. And you want to be like, okay, so like, are you serious about this? Are you like, is this what you really want? And you're putting him on the spot, and you're putting that pressure on him, right? Rather than making it about you and what you desire, right? And there's a way of communicating those things. There's a way of expressing that. And I teach this to my clients of how to express what you want, what your desires are without making it about him. This is all about you and what you desire, right? The next thing, and this is another key point that I want you to understand, is that you need to respect his decision. So ladies, this is key, okay? Because if he's not on the same page as you are, it is crucial to respect his perspective, respect his decision, respect where he's at and the journey that he's on, right? So because a relationship is a two-way street, right? You need that both parties need to be on, equally invested, equally ready to take this on, right? Marriage is not a game. Marriage is not something that, you just go nilly-willy into. You both have to be ready and wanting this, because it does take a lot from you. It's an investment that you're putting in. And before you spend and waste years of your life with any man, you truly want to be on the same page with them, right? So if he's not ready for that, respect and understand that this is his journey and it's not yours. And you respect your decision, you respect your own journey, and you commit to what you desire. And this is the only way that you can actually have that. If you stick to what you want, if you stay committed to what you desire, right? The minute you disrespect your decision, the minute you let go of what you're committed to, the minute you say, his needs, what he wants comes first, that's a losing game right there. You're just gonna lose, right? Because now you're telling this man that your needs, your desires, what you want, like the marriage or the family or whatever it is that you want, is not that important to you. So he's just gonna just do whatever he wants to do. So let him know, right? Like, not let him know, but show him that you respect his decision, yet you're gonna honor yours as well. And you're gonna move on if that's, if that's what he desires, and that you are okay, and that you will be okay if, with this man and without him, right? And you don't have to even say any of this. This is something, it's just energy. It's your energy, your worth, your self-esteem, your confidence in yourself shows that. It tells them how you feel. And I teach this to my clients, just being in this confident energy is going to change things for you. I mean, I did it with my husband. I think you ladies know some of my story of how I went from, like being waiting for him to make the decision. And then once I was ready to come, for marriage, I was ready for this. And I'm like, nope, I'm committed to this and I will be okay no matter what. I will be okay if you are in my life or you're not. And that's when he felt, like, okay, well, now he had to do some soul searching and figuring out, do I want this with her? Do I want this life with her? Or are my needs, my desires different from hers, right? And so that's when he decided that no, he wanted the same thing as I did. And he was willing to, and he was open and happy to, be married. And we're a very happy couple now, which is great. So yes, definitely it's crucial to respect your man's decision. And I did that. I share with him how, whatever he decided, I was okay with that. I respected his decision, but I would still honor what I wanted. Okay. Next thing, and this is the last thing that I want to share with you, is have honest conversations, ongoing honest conversations, as your connection deepens, right? As you go from maybe, 3 months to 6 months, 9 months, just really allow those honest conversations to deepen your relationship. Engage in open discussions about what each of you want. And this is an ongoing conversation. This is not just going to be on day one. You're going to have these over and over and over again. And I have these with my husband all the time. So, these conversations should be free of judgment and pressure, right? You need to create a safe space for both of you, and he needs to do the same thing for you, right? You're looking also for a man who's able to do that with you, who's able to express his desires, and you're able to create that safe space for him, and and the same thing for him. He allows you to express your desires, and he creates that safe space for you. It's a two-way street, right? So notice that, really observe this man. Is he able to do that for you as well, right? And understand each other's desires and boundaries, right? What do you each need? And this, honestly, with all this that I just share with you, really creates that safe space to have these types of conversations, these hard conversations where you get to deepen the relationship. And I love having these conversations with my husband now, even though sometimes they're just like, oh, they're as I'm going through it, I can feel like the emotions, the triggers, all of it. Yet I am loving myself through it all. And I see how it deepens those relationships. It really feels like the gym, like we're like pumping iron while we're having these conversations, because it strengthens our relationship. And these honest, open conversations really strengthen your relationship. So knowing where you stand, knowing where he stands, will allow you to know if you are in alignment, and absolutely no pressure on each of you, right? So if you have been dating a man for a couple of months and now you are realizing like, I don't know where this is going. He hasn't said anything to me. We're just kind of nilly-willy dating here, but I'm not seeing anything. I would encourage you to have one of these honest conversations with him, respecting where he's at, respecting what you need. And if this man is not ready to have what you desire, I would say start opening those doors to date other men. As hard as this is, because I know this is really hard, open yourself up to other men. You'll see that the feeling, like how you feel, how the pressure that you're putting in this relationship is going to be taken away. Why? Because you now are open to receiving the arrows of love from multiple men. And he is also going to feel that the anxiety is gone, the pressure is going to be gone, and the hunter in him is going to kick in. So if he's a healthy masculine energy man and he wants the same thing as you, or he realizes through this experience that that's what he wants, then he's going to make the changes that he needs to make. He's going to do what he needs to do in order to have you. Okay. So allow a man to step up, see if he is willing, open to growing with you. And if he's not, then that is the faster you know this, the better. Don't waste years of your life waiting on a man to figure this out. No reason to do that, especially for us women, because if you want a family and you are, in your late 30s, mid 30s, or even like, late 40s, and you want a family at this moment, you have to run to marriage and have that family. Don't waste your time with men who are just not ready for that. Trust me, I've had so many gorgeous, gorgeous women, you know, cry because and feel so bad because they wasted so many years on a man, and then now, their childbearing years are gone, long gone. And so you don't want that. You don't want to be in that position. Okay. You have the option now. Go out there, date multiple men, and be honest with what you want and commit to what you want. And you'll see that the man who's ready, who's right for you, is going to step up. And he's not going to feel pressure that you want those things. He's going to want to give you those things. He wants you to want those things, actually, because that's what he also desires. Right. So see, go out there and explore and see, who steps up for you, who comes up and what they do, and just observe without putting any pressure, and see, what man really steps up for you. The right man will, right? The right man will. They always do. I say that to my clients. They always do. The right man always does. So my loves, this is how you do it. This is how you take away the pressure by being honest with him. Date multiple men so you're not just focused on one. Make it about you, your desires, and not him. And also respect his decision and where he's at. And have these honest conversations, ongoing honest conversations with the men that you're dating. So, revealing your relationship desires with grace and respect is an art. Okay. And this is why I teach it to my clients. This is why I do the coaching, because it's not easy. Sometimes our emotions get in the way. We get triggered and we just want to say things that we don't actually mean, or we say it in a way that pushes our man away instead of bringing him in. So I would invite you to check out, my content. You can go check out like my coaching programs as well. I have courses as well, that are very reasonable that you can go check out on my website. I will leave the links below, and you'll start learning how to communicate your needs and desires in a way that will attract them, that will make him want to be in your space. Okay. Because it's about being true to yourself while allowing that space for his truth as well, right? So thank you, my love, so much for joining me in this journey today. And remember, loves in love and life, honesty and softness are your greatest strengths.